Hello everyone and welcome back to the Jackal's Den. I am your host White Jackal as always, and today we are playing Tales of Iron 2 Whiskers of Winter. It just released today. The first one was awesome, so let's hop right in. This is a game by Oddbug Studios. It's a sort of Souls-like and sort of Metrovania-like. First one was pretty tough, so let's see how this one is. Really good game. If you know anything about Redwall, then this is like the thing for you. Just double checking everything here real quick. Always like to check my options first. And as far as I know, like in the first game, the game is going to be narrated by Doug Cockle, or as most gamers and people would know him as Geralt of Rivia. Alright, so it looks like there might be flashing lights and stuff in the game. So for those of you who may be, light sensitive, you are warned. Alright, let's see. So we got 3 difficulties to start off with, as to where the original game they updated it and gave you lots of difficulties. We got, Fairy Tale mode, which is easy, Tales of Iron mode, which is normal, and Bloody Whiskers mode, which is like a hardcore. I think the first one had an even 4th one that was like even more insane. We're gonna go normal, because it was challenging enough on that.
In the north, they thought they knew all there was to know of war. Until the War of the Rift. While the Southern King hid, warm in his keep, the Darkwings cut their bloody trail from frozen north to winter's edge. Alone, the Warden and his small garrison turned their whiskers to the icy wind. At the end of hope, in a last barrage, they wiped Batkind from the land and memory. With no sign of the Darkwings' return, in time, few believed them little more than a fairy's tale. But at Mount Cauldron, time had been all they needed. An old enemy claws free of their icy tomb and hungers for vengeance. But not all is lost. King Rattus brings north a cause for hope. A bastard prince, placed in the paws of the Warden of the Wastes to raise as his own. A secret of blood never to be told. Now, fate calls for a hero in a murderous screech, and one young rat will answer.
So it's already getting interesting. Sounds like he might be a lost brother of the first game's protagonist. Viking rat. It's morning, get up and
The
get dressed.
stomp of his father's boots on the stair was how every morning began for Arlo. The booming shout to ready himself was louder still. But such was Lord Eivor's zeal at a new day. Dawn was breaking over winter's edge, and Arlo was yet to miss one.
Completely different menu system. Equip a helmet, curious, shield, pauldron, and one-handed weapon to continue. So what do we got? Dull iron helmet, rough bone helmet, panel shows the combined stats of Arlo's armor. Okay. Resistances, of course. So it looks like they went a lot deeper with things in this game, which is nice for all you RPG enthusiasts. Let's see. So it's got more armor. Weighs 5, though. This is lighter. It's weak against poison, though, and stuff. Maybe just put all the light armor on first and see what it looks like together. Something else that I picked up from the trailers and videos on this is that, excuse me, sorry. That if anybody who's played Monster Hunter, it seems like they kind of added an element of that intuitive in the fact that as you fight and defeat foes, you can actually make armor and weapons out of them. Kind of like, again, Monster Hunter and such. Dull iron sword. Key items. Apparently crafting and food now. So yeah, they went a lot deeper. I wonder what the little gold thing up there in the corner is. Let's actually go back to this. Let's go basic first. You can see down there where my camera is, which is unfortunately kind of blocking it, is total weight. It tells you light and heavy, medium, and stuff like that. Affects how you move and such. Bestiary. Yay! King approves. Let's go check on the guards, it seems. Check our buttons so it looks like it's all the same. Nice. Nice punchy combat. Okay. Dodging and rolling. Sounds like a party going on. How do we put our weapons away? Let's see if I can remember. Or is it different in this one? There it is. It's L3. Ah, the mead hall.
The castle echoed with the horns of the returning hunters, bringing their night's bounty. Arlo's little heart quickened to hear it. The only thrill to be found inside the high walls was a hunter's tales of what lay beyond them.
Alright. Benches to save, just like in the first, or Hollow Knight. Alright. It's obviously where we need to go. Let's go.
Arlo tells himself it's a good life here in Winter's Edge. The bustling of contented rat folk, the crisp mountain air, and without the endless scourge of frogs the southerners suffer. Why should he want for more? Arlo has no memory of his mother, but Hilda's food was a true taste of maternal kindness. With the right ingredients, she would make meals nourishing to body and soul.
Okay. So it's a kitchen.
Tiki's shop was perhaps Arlo's favorite, as the shopkeeper had wares from far and wide. But getting him to part with his curiosities was never easy.
So he's a pack rat.
There was no time for tales of the hunt today. Lord Eivor was already dividing what was an excellent haul, happy to see his people provided for. Arlo longed only to join the hunt, to see the ratdom or even the lands beyond. His father called it a fool's wish. Arlo's destiny was unshakable, much like the keep that would become his by birthright.
So it looks like he wants us to go shopping. Alright. Let's do that. Ooh, first meow. Something cool about this game as well is, unlike most games where you eat a meal and things, and it's only a temporary buff, whenever you eat a meal, it's a permanent stat buff. Alright, our belly's full. Check over here. Yes, this looks like it's either the blacksmith.
Chief Mason Leaf was the rat Arlo most admired. As younger brother to Lord Eivor, his carefree uncle never faced the burden of being Warden of the Wastes. With walls this strong, his duties were light, leaving him plenty of time for his nephew.
Here's the blacksmith. I'm gonna check something real quick. See if I can remove the really dark black background from the subtitles here. Vibration, flashing lights, audio, video, controls. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it. Oh well, I like it a little more see-through personally, that's all.
Krunk was a rat's rat, with no interests beyond his forge. If you have the parts, this Mastercraft's rat can make armor and weapons that would see off a sky scorcher bite, or so he claims. Arlo wondered how well they'd do against something that wasn't a myth.
Alright, so apparently this is a bone class, iron and wood. We could actually make a wood helmet, it looks like. It's got poison resistance. And let's see, verse is my little band that I'm wearing. Just our weight. Or, sorry, excuse me, our defense. 4 versus 2, so it's obviously half that. We can upgrade something we already have. Let's go ahead and just upgrade what we have for the moment. Equip it, yes. Okay, we don't have enough iron. We do have bones for that, though. Pauldrons. Shields. One-handed. We are sporting a dull iron sword, which we don't have enough iron for. Ooh, well, the bone one's better. Yep, we're gonna equip that, so swap that around. Spears and axes. So we've got just enough wood to do either something else, whether that's upgrading a piece of equipment or making it. Let's pop into our shields real quick. So we can make this shield. It's a little stronger, a little less weight. No fire resistance though, of course, because it's wood. It's got poison though. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. A little bit of a hodgepodge of gear at the moment, but it's an RPG. Can't jump off? Nope. Right, heading back to the king. Okay, so he's going to give us a new hat. It's weaker, but it has electric stuff. So that's what the little yellow diamond up there in the corner is, just showing you. Thanks, Dad, but put it away. Okay, he's apparently giving us a full outfit of electrical stuff, so...
The hunters had brought unwelcome news. A family of the reviled creatures ratfolk called backstabbers had moved into the wastes. Eivor told his son to fetch his weapons.
Backstabbers. Porcupines. Okay. Arlo's journey is where the world map, inventory, quest log, and bestiary is located. Press triangle to access the world map. Let's just look around, of course. So let's head to the outskirts. And... okay, yes, we want to go here. We're just looking. Yeah, okay. You just wanted us to look at the map. Tutorial stuff. Sit and have a rest. Sweet, get some copper and some money. Yeah, I know it's blocked.
His father had no explanation for suddenly taking Arlo on a hunt. It even gave the hunters pause. Arlo had been taught to fight, and better than most. But rarely had he been tested. He was determined to prove himself. The rugged terrain of the outskirts could have taken all day to traverse, but Arlo's trusty grappling hook allowed him to swing between its many crevices.
Alright, cool. So we got a new thing that they didn't have in the previous game, and that's a grapple hook. Although, should I go up here, or should I sneak into the little hideout thing? I'm going to be curious and explore down here first. Alright, so we can't get through there yet. Oh yeah. Backstabber. It's located in the outskirts. It's active during daytime. Strength is electric, hence why all the armor he was giving me. I may regret this. And its weakness is poison. Which I think... oh, good, we can swap our equipment on the fly. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. So let's actually do that. Let's go to the electric ones here. Comparison here. Pauldrons. Okay, I'm going to keep the shield. Just because it's got better defense. Okay, this is an electric sword. I'll keep it for now. Just have a little shiny bling on it. There we go.
Arlo liked the feel of a sharp axe cutting through the vines. The wilds were part of his home, and nothing in them would frighten him.
Sounds like Arlo was very sheltered. Which is strange considering the scar on his
The
face.
famous frostberry bushes of the wastes were in full fruit already. Their juice made a healthy tonic, though Lord Eivor preferred them fermented.
Fermented.
His father was a sturdy rat, built for strength, not speed. So Arlo found it curious that he challenged him to a race. The prospect of the hunt had filled Lord Eivor with a vigor that his son had not seen in years. Or at least since breakfast.
So apparently we get berries in this one as our health, rather than bug juice like in the first one. Run. Yes, we're going, and he's right there. Oh, talk to Dad.
A warden fights the hardest battles, he told Arlo, and needs the sharpest blade. With that, Eivor gifted Arlo his own sharpening whetstone.
Ooh. New tools. Quick slot. Key items. Crafting. Yes, we know. We glanced at this already. Those quick slot items on the HUD. Yep. D-pad, as usual. Let's use the whetstone. This is Arlo's weapon sharpness meter. Again, more Monster Hunter. When active, it provides a buff to a weapon damage. Attacking with a weapon reduces the bar. When it depletes, the weapon damage turns to normal.
Whether these beasts were named for their spines, or for some past unforgivable deed, no rat knew. Either way, Arlo was about to find himself at the pointy ends of this brood. Even young backstabber Red attacks were brutal, but a well-timed dodge would see Arlo escape unscathed.
And some red stuff we have to dodge, just like before. Oh, we got damage numbers now. Yeah.
This backstabber lived up to its name with its deadly white attack, but Arlo's shield could block the deadly spikes. This young one used vicious yellow attacks. Arlo had to time his parries perfectly.
Alright, parrying. There we go. Yeah. Look out, what?
This mother had left her young to fight alone, but the same could not be said of Lord Eivor as he leapt to his son's side.
Yay, Dad, help us. Dodge. Die. Now this one is a little more gruesome than the first one. Didn't block it. Ouch. I'm gonna die. Daddy, save me. Chug, chug, chug my berry juice. Ooh, there we go.
It was Lord Eivor's mighty blade that took her head, but the fight was won together.
Sweet. Excuse me there, sorry. My throat's kind of raspy today. So we get a spear from her. Let's equip it. Yes, very Mousetractor-esque, which is not a bad thing. Oh yeah, chug the juice, chug. Well, apparently it's technically a sword, just in porcupine quill form.
Arlo basked in his father's pride, almost as warm as at the fire inside Winter's Edge.
Dad's got some skills, old man. Come on. That hurt. There's fall damage.
Triumphant and keen to tell the tale of his son's victories, Lord Eivor set to a night of drinking with the elders.
Alright, so party time again. Drinking? Yeah, I can. I'm getting drunk. The screen's getting all woolly. Ugh. Are we able to retire, or do we have to keep drinking? Nope. Okay, cool.
Arlo was reluctant to return to his bed, wondering how long he must wait to hunt again. The booming footsteps that woke him this time were nothing like those of his father.
Oh, here we go. Got a little fire meter up there now. Winter's Edge key. Key that opens the Great Keep to Winter's Edge. Bat meat. Zombie bats. Ooh, crap. Freeze. Stay with me. One down. Ugh, the gut. Look at his nose. And their fangs and their bones. Everything's on blue fire. Can't go down the stairs, so we gotta
He
go
had
this way.
found his father. The warden stood alone, holding back a whole Darkwing army, their cruel Count Kazakh leading them. His father charged, but the Darkwing Count was as fast as he was strong. The Winter's crown tumbled to Arlo's feet, now without a head to rest on. There was no time to grieve his father, as from above the Count revealed his greatest weapon, a Sky Scorcher. Not a fairy's tale, but an undead beast whose very breath could level kingdoms. And its eye was trained on Arlo.
Yes,
All that came next was a fog of bloodlust, snapping jaws, and the beating of leathery wings. But there could be no victory. Arlo awoke, groggy and warm to his father's shouts. Only he wasn't in bed. The warmth was from the fire that had engulfed Winter's Edge, and the shouts were his uncle's. The only other survivor of the Darkwing attack, Leaf was bruised and his hind paws barely steady. He'd seen villagers flee to the outskirts. Arlo knew it was up to him to make them safe.
Alright, so it's one of those typical boss battles that you can't win. Okay, my helmets are gone. Got some sort of chest piece, burnt up shield. Okay, we got a sword or an axe. Let's go axe this time. Yeah, Viking style. Again, this one's brutal. First one was, but I mean, this is even more so. So you're dead. We have
He'd know these anywhere. Krunk's smithy hammer and Hilda's chef's knife. Arlo wondered why they would leave them here.
The primary thing is nice. Like that. Back off. Foul beast. You took my father. Prepare to die. You are dead. Took your helmet. So it's ice resistant. Yeah, let's put it on. Oh. My health bar is also tiny again. I'm going to check one more thing real quick. See if I can turn off the little numbers that pop up. Damage values. There we go. I know some people enjoy them. I actually don't. They distract me and bother me. Another weapon already. Let's put it in storage for now. Got some pauldrons. Yes, we're going to equip them. Okay, still can't access this. In the first game, they didn't have pauldrons as an armor piece. Oh, hello. Oh, midair. Hack. Ear. So we got nice chest piece. It's a little stronger than what I'm wearing, a little heavier. Let's do it though.
With the attack at Winter's Edge, No hunters had come to check their traps. Arlo thought he might find a use for them.
Nice. So we got a whetstone and 2 types of traps. Let's check them out real quick, because that's also something new to the second game. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Here we go. Double checking everything since I'm in here. Got some arrows, got the key. Fire traps and zap traps. Okay.